Good morning and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, June 17th. You can see nice start to the day out there. We've got a great weekend on tap. It's going to be featuring lots of sunshine and temperatures well into the 80s for a very summer-like weekend across the state. If we look at the next webcam from Lansing, you can see a nice sunshiny start to the day there as well. And our normal highs for the day is 78. Our normal low is 54. And we had a high yesterday of 72, a low of 59. We picked up 0.08 of an inch of rain yesterday, and that gave us a storm total of just under 0.3. And the evapotranspiration rates for yesterday 0.08. If we look at the weather map across the MAC area, temperatures mainly in the 50s to around 60, so not too bad of a day out there to start with. And if we look at the Great Lakes, temperatures mainly in the 50s across much of the lower peninsula, upper 40s to low 50s across the UP. You can see the cold spot in Elma down to 49 degrees this morning. If we look at the radar, nothing out there, so we again expect lots of sunshine, no precipitation. Our next chance of rain looks like it will hold off till Monday as it looks right now. And again, we'll have plenty of days to look at that. If we look at the soil conditions, you can see some of the soil conditions definitely knocked down across the thumb and even here in mid-Michigan. Again, we didn't get as much rain as we had hoped, but certainly it helped. And hopefully we'll catch that rain on Monday as well. And you can see soil temperatures in the 60s. If we look at the U.S. Drought Monitor as of the 14th, you can see more and more in the way of exceptionally dry conditions showing up across the Midwest and Great Lakes. And again, this is the concern we're going to have all summer long, especially as we get it deeper into the growing season when we're going to need more moisture to support that growth. You can see the growing degree days raw numbers out there as of April 1st. And if we take a look at some of the locations and how we're doing compared to previous years, you can see Blissville, again, all of our locations being off to a much slower start than these comparison years, but we've already made up a lot of ground. And again, we expect a very warm to hot summer. And so we'll shouldn't have any problems getting plenty of growing degree days. If we look at Breckenridge, you can see also some really good strides made. Very dry period. Prior to this rain yesterday, we had 0.61 of an inch of rain is all over the last 30 days. So very, very dry conditions. Again, that rain helping out quite a bit yesterday. Over in Brown City, where they've had really pretty decent amount of rain, they're really sitting in great shape as far as growing degree days, and when you consider the moisture that they've got in the ground, as well as Newaygo also not doing too bad compared to some of the previous years. And again, with the warm summer we're expecting, again, we don't expect that to be a big issue. As far as the weather map this morning, don't really need that, but that's kind of the area that got the heaviest precipitation. In fact, over in the Saginaw and Tri-Cities area, there were reports of 1.5 inches to as much as 2.5 inches of rain and some local flooding. Again, plenty of moisture in the thumb area as well. For today, high pressure off to our north. Again, that'll keep us a little bit on the cool side this morning, but we're going to rapidly warm up as that high slides to the southeast. We'll get a return flow, and as we look into the day on Saturday, that high now down across Ohio, southwesterly flow out ahead of it all weekend. This storm center will move to the northwest, and again, won't really begin to affect the Great Lakes until we get into Monday as the cold front then approaches the area. And as far as the weather map for Sunday, you can see the area of severe weather off to our northwest with the low pressure systems tracking along this boundary area. And again, finally, I think we'll see a cold front well off to the north in Canada begin to push south, and that should drive this area into the Great Lakes again as we get into Monday night. We'll have to watch those. There is the potential that some of these could be on the strongest severe side. As far as the day on Monday, you can see that cold front begins to approach Michigan. It'll touch off showers and thunderstorms with a nice southerly wind out ahead of that. So there should be a pretty good piling up of air out ahead of that front, which should allow, I think, us to really destabilize under a very warm day on Monday as well. Thanks for stopping by and have a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.